it's you again. Welcome back to Visionary Entities, the channel where we sift through the gravel to find the cinematic diamonds, however few and far between they may be. Today, we're examining the alleged treasure trove of movies set to grace, or perhaps disgrace, our screens this September 2023. Our tiresome journey commences on September 1st with the Equalizer 3. Oh, Denzel Washington returns as Robert McCall, and this time, he's vying to settle scores with the Sicilian Mafia. It's truly a crescendo of vigilante justice tropes, packed in a 2-hour running time. While the trilogy's denouement hardly promises groundbreaking cinema, it does provide a sense of closure for those clinging to the franchise like a security blanket. On the very same day, we're offered The Good Mother, where Hilary Swank navigates the complex alleyways of opioid addiction and loss. Is it formulaic? Perhaps. Does it still offer a glimmer of hope for nuanced storytelling? Against my better judgment, I'd say yes. What's intriguing here is not just the narrative, but how it repositions Swank in the universe of dramatic acting. Keep your Kleenex handy. Another September 1st release, All Fun and Games, offers an amalgamation of Jumanji and something far more sinister. If you're pondering whether you can reinvent the wheel, well, you can't. But you can certainly paint it black and call it innovation. And this, my friends, is black comedy at its expected level. Fast forward to September 8th, and we find ourselves face to face with The Nun 2. Another chapter in the overworked Conjuring Universe. It does make one appreciate the economic value of a good old-fashioned haunting. 4 years since the original, and one can only hope that the sequel brings something, anything, new to the pulpit. Something tells me they're not done milking this puppy. Sharing the same release date as My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, a cacophony of family antics featuring a touching tribute to Michael Constantine. If your cinema outing is about comfort food for the soul, then this opus should fit the bill. A third installment might seem excessive, but then again, what isn't nowadays? Also on September 8th, we get Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe, taking us on a time warp to the 80s. The film promises an intellectual romance, a nuanced tango between love and identity. It brings existential questions to the fore, something other films often bypass in their quest for cheap sentimentality. September 15th unveils A Haunting in Venice. Here, we find Hercule Poirot played by Kenneth Branagh, mingling with Italian phantoms. Though it's not the first time we've seen this supernatural take on a detective narrative, it certainly seems promising enough to merit a watch. Think Agatha Christie meeting Edgar Allan Poe over an espresso. The Money releases on the same day, capturing the zeitgeist of the Reddit-driven GameStop saga. If the recent past ever deserved a cinematic venture, it's the series of events. Does it fulfill the role of documenting modern populism in finance? Time will tell, but the ensemble cast does pique interest. Another September 15th offering, Love at First Sight, tackles the subject of ephemeral romantic encounters. Essentially, it puts an old wine into a new bottle but shakes it a bit for effervescence. The entire narrative hinges on the possibility of a serendipitous in-flight meeting, a prospect that you can either scoff at or secretly yearn for. I'll let you decide. September 22nd brings forth a generous serving of options, starting with Expend4ables, aka Expendables 4. The franchise that arguably overstayed its welcome nevertheless delivers a gritty, R-rated installment. It's as if the production team said, if this is our swan song, let's go out with a bang or several. Stallone bids farewell, and we can't help but tip our hats, can we? Spy Kids Armageddon also releases on the 22nd. It's a nostalgic cash grab, sure, but one that doesn't take itself too seriously. The new generation of Spy Kids have more tech-savvy toys, leaving us adults pondering our wasted youth. I will admit, I loved Spy Kids growing up as a young robot voice. Also on the 22nd, Cassandra Enters the Ring, a biopic about the openly gay wrestling sensation. Moving on. Flora and Son, another 22nd release, is an exploration of musical family dynamics. It showcases the push and pull between generational expectations and individuality, all set to a musical score that's as diverse as the film's themes. Another 22nd banger, It Lives Inside, a horror saga that fuses the paranormal with explorations into identity and heritage. Megan Suri is Sam, a young woman who's attempted to shed her Indian roots to blend into her American milieu. When her former best friend is possessed, she's thrust into confronting her heritage, but this time as a weapon against the demonic. The film promises not only jump scares but a journey of self-discovery, helmed by director Bishal Dutta. It's an enticing blend, something akin to flipping through an old family album while standing in a haunted house. On September 28th with The Kill Room, featuring a veritable ensemble cast locked in a Kill Room. It combines the appeal of a psychological thriller with the absurdity of dark comedy. It's a cinematic Russian roulette, if you will, daring its audience to stay engaged till the end. Joining the fray on September 29th is The Creator, a timely sci-fi action thriller directed by Gareth Edwards of Rogue One, a Star Wars story fame. Amidst global debates about autonomous AI, this flick offers a fictional yet thought-provoking window into the issue. It stars John David Washington as Joshua, an ex-Special Forces agent tasked with eliminating the creator of a rogue AI system. A moral dilemma arises when the AI takes the form of a young child. The story is poignant in its depiction of technological ethical dilemmas, asking whether we're prepared for the future we're building. I for one will be seeing this one in IMAX. I don't know about you. Sharing the September 29th spotlight is Saw X, a revisit to the franchise's original timeline. After a decade of sidestepping, the series returns to its roots, set between Saw and Saw 2. The movie offers a unique opportunity for both veterans and newcomers to the franchise, as it follows John Kramer's jigsaw journey to Mexico in search of a cancer cure, only to find it a hoax. You can guess what ensues: a labyrinth of nightmarish traps that ensure those behind the scam are sufficiently punished. A simple viewing of the first film is all that's needed to jump into this twisted tale. Last but not least, we have Fair Play, not to be confused with Foreplay, premiering in limited theaters on the 29th and globally on Netflix on October 13. Chloe Dalmont steers this erotic thriller featuring Phoebe Dynevor and Alden Ehrenreich as Emily and Luke, a couple whose relationship implodes when Emily's career eclipses Luke's. The film already earned its stripes at the Sundance Film Festival and now invites a broader audience into its complex narrative. It promises a passionate dive into professional and personal battleground, making you wonder where the line should be drawn. So, there we have it, a month of cinematic hits or misses, where every flicker on the screen is a step closer to enlightenment or madness. Perhaps both. Do let us know which film warrants your time and why. And while you're at it, a simple click to like, share, and subscribe wouldn't hurt your mortal soul now, would it?